Hello, ISLR fans, and welcome back to our Week 4 game. Today we are versing the Lumiose City Legendaries. They are co-coached by Jellyfish and Extermination. Um, Frankly, this is the first matchup in which I feel like the teams go in my favor. Previously, I felt like it was pretty awkward matchups or like either in my opponent's favor or kind of neutral, but this week I think we are somewhat favored, if only slightly. Um, Quick overview of my opponent's team. They've got a Darkrai, Skeledirge, Clefable, Mega Gyarados, Latias, and Great Tusk. These first six I'm expecting to be their team. They are significantly more powerful Pokemon than the five that we're about to see on their bench. Presumably on their bench, we have Smeargle, Bronzong, Pikachu, which is notably a Terra Captain, Thwackey, and Shroodle. Shroodle, I've ate my words on this before, but the Shroodle will not be coming to this game. I can promise you that. Um, I could see a world in which he brings either the Smeargle, the Bronzong, or the Pikachu. But it just seems unlikely considering the power of these six Pokemon here. There are scary things he can do, like try and set up sticky webs. However, I do have hazard removal prepared for that. Spores could also be pretty annoying, but again, we have ways to work around that. Additionally, Bronzong could potentially be a good wall to bring for the likes of my Mega Gardevoir and even Kyurem to an extent. But even then, I don't see it doing better than these six. For our team in particular today, we have some interesting sets. We have our Sneasler. We're running another Unburdened set this week, except now we're running the Big Nugget with Fling. So for those who don't know, Big Nugget, when used with the move Fling, will give us a max power Fling, 130 base power Dark type move. This is going to let us break through the Skeledirge, which will probably want to try and wall us. Additionally, he might have the Bronzong again, which could try and wall us, and the Fling will help us get through that as well. Or help us one-shot the Latias, which we are EV'd to outspeed. Unless, of course, it's Choice Scarf. So that'll get us through there, and then Acrobatics will give us a stronger move once we've lost our item to hit the Great Tusk, which I don't think will be his automatic switch into me, because he really does have to fear getting statused off of a Poison Touch plus Dire Claw set. So I don't think that will be his first switch into me. We've also got a Loaded Dice Kyurem. Loaded Dice on Kyurem, like I was fooling around with a Life Orb set and a Choice Band set. The thing is, ensuring that Icicle Spear hits 4 to 5 times, is just so strong on Kyurem. It just wasn't worth it to run the Life Orb, especially considering how spammable my Ice type attack is in this matchup. I'm even running the Terra Ice this week to really take advantage of that. We've got Roost just to give us some potential longevity in case it looks like we get a chance to recover against some of those more passive walls. And Scale Shot, once we've got a Scale Shot boost, we outspeed his entire team, barring, of course, Choice Scarfs. And then we can, assuming we've got some hazards up, we can probably sweep from there. Corviknight is a great physical wall. He can take on a lot of members of my opponent's team, mainly the Great Tusk. Additionally, he can just be used as a pivot and a defogger in case, again, he brings a Smeargle set, but he's very likely to get up rocks with something like the Great Tusk. So that's why we have defog here. We've got a Gardevoir, which is kind of my backup sweeper, also just a great wall breaker against my opponent's team. They don't really have a lot of options to take this down. It's gonna... Again, they can't really switch into this thing. Like, if you look at their team, their best special walls, like, again, he's got the Bronzong, but, like, if that thing takes chip damage from hazards, plus I've got a Shadow Ball, plus I don't think he's even going to bring it, to be honest. But this Gardevoir can potentially put in a lot of work, especially if we get it a speed boost from my Combuskin, who's coming off the bench this week. So this Combuskin set with Eviolite is actually surprisingly bulky, way more bulky than I would have expected to be. We can set up on things like potentially the Skeledirge. Um, in this league, it is banned to pass speed plus another stat, but you can pass just speed or any amount of non-speed stats. But we can pass speed with a substitute. That is allowed. Um, Protect and substitute should allow us to get up as much speed as we need. Will-O-Wisp to potentially burn any physical attackers that want to come in on me. Let us continue our setting up, and then we're going to baton pass into either the Gardevoir or the Kyurem, depending on which seems better at the moment. And then finally, we have our Sandy Shocks. Now, Sandy Shocks has a Shucka Berry, just in case we're in a situation where we're against the Great Tusk, and we want to stay in and potentially set up some Stealth Rocks or hit it with a big Terra Blast Ice. Oh, make a little mistake here. It was almost Terra Electric instead of Terra Ice. That would have been bad. So yeah, we're going to try and set up Spikes and Stealth Rocks if we can with this. Those are going to make it a lot easier for our 3 sweepers. Volt Switch just to pivot around, and Terra Blast Ice because that's going to hit the things that a Volt Switch doesn't hit pretty dang hard. So that's going to be our team for this week. I'm going to have to send my opponent a challenge here. Today we are playing against Jellyfish. Like I said, this team is co-coached. And the way the time zones work out, it's a lot more convenient for us to be playing against Jellyfish this week. Let's see here. Okay, we've got a NetDex draft. All right. Yes, last week I accidentally selected my sample draft team where I was experimenting with some sets. So I put this big old do not select there because we don't want to be using that again. All right, we'll send that challenge. Yeah, my opponent didn't realize I was uploading these to YouTube. But yeah, it's probably not that big of a deal considering they usually only get less than 10 views. Mostly just doing it for fun and to have sort of a log that I can, look back on, towards the end of the season or whenever, just to be like, oh yeah, that was fun. So yeah, no sweat. These usually get I think the last one got 7 views or something. Not a huge deal. Yeah, we had a few coaching shakeups in the league that are pretty interesting. A couple people just were busier than they realized and are taking a step back from the league, or bringing on a co-coach to help them out on weeks where it isn't going to really work out for them. So hopefully that'll shake things up. We were seeing okay. All right, so he did bring the Pikachu. I am interested to see the Pikachu. Good luck, have fun, my friend. Yeah, see, because I've been saying ever since I saw it, the Pikachu is a sick Terra Captain. It's kind of unfortunate. There was some talk about potentially next season, banning higher tier Terra Captains. Things like Terra Kyurem just should not be legal. But for now they are, I guess. So I kind of just want to lead off with the Sandy Shocks here. I'm expecting Great Tusk lead, and I kind of just want to immediately fire off a Terra Blast and try and deal with that thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because he could lead off with a Bronzong, but I can just go into my Corviknight if he starts setting up hazards or screens or whatever with that. So that's not a big problem. So I feel pretty comfortable just leading off with my Sandy Shocks out the gate. All right, so we've got the Sandy Shocks into it is the Bronzong. Okay. So I have the feeling my opponent is just going to want to set up something here. And they can't really do much to my Corviknight. And getting some chip on this thing is going to be really nice because that's going to open up the door for my Gardevoir later. Because Bronzong doesn't have access to a lot of recovery. So here I think I just want to Volt Switch on this because the hazards are going to be pointless if I'm going to end up defogging anyway. So we're just going to Volt Switch. That's some good damage. I'm going to go out into Corviknight because I don't think he can do too much to me. Yeah, he's just going to set up the Stealth Rocks. Let's see. So I can fire off a Body Press here. He might go into like the Pikachu. I don't really want to have these rocks up on my side because those are going to hurt my Kyurem pretty bad. He doesn't really have a way to punish my defog super hard. I mean, he can go, like I said, he can go out into the Pikachu and really threaten me, but that's acceptable. Goes into the Darkrai. Yeah, so obviously this thing's a massive threat. But I don't think he one-shots me. I am physically defensive. Not specially. But I mean, he doesn't know that. So we got the Darkrai up here. That's if he has a Thunder. So let's give him a Thunderbolt. That'll be more... That's way more likely. Yeah, so Thunderbolt doesn't kill me. Body Press does a lot to him. Let's see. So I can hard read the Thunderbolt and go straight out into my Sandy Shocks. I can click Body Press. I can U-turn. If I U-turn, I believe I mean I should outspeed the Bronzong and the Clefable, so I can potentially set up hazards on them. If I want to just go straight for the U-turn, which will get some good chip on this thing. It also stops him from getting a free substitute off. Thunderbolt's really going to hurt. Dark Pulse, if he Terras, will hurt too. But the thing is, this is such a massive threat that I can't really give it an inch. Okay, yeah, he does go for the substitute. Okay, really thankful that I made that play there. So, Gardevoir versus this Darkrai. Why is Hyper Voice not doing anything? Oh, it's because it doesn't have the Pixelate. I mean, obviously Hyper Voice kills. So if he's Sludge Bomb, Poison. Okay, so he kills me with Terra Poison, Sludge Bomb. Looking at my team, do I think he's Terra Poison? Because Poison only hits my Gardevoir super effective. And it's not like Dark Pulse doesn't do a lot to me. So I can hard read, yeah. So I mean, I can be bold here and just read that he just straight up isn't Terra Poison. We haven't seen an item on this thing yet. He could be Boots, he could be sub lefties. I feel like he's still likely Life Orb, even with the substitute. Focus Blast probably kills my Curum. I'm Terra Ice, so I can't defensively Terra to avoid the weakness. Could also go out into like Sandy Shocks, but I feel like that doesn't put me in a position to get a lot of momentum. Do I think he's Terra Poison? I kind of don't. Because, like, why does he, like, what does he need the poison coverage for against my team? Like, it's just the Gardevoir. And he's already got Substitute, so if he's, like, sub Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, and then he's got, like, some coverage to hit, like, my other things. And, like, my Gardevoir can take a Dark Pulse just fine. So I'm going to hard read that he just isn't Terra Poison. Like, it just seems so unlikely against my team. He's leftovers too. So without the Life Orb, that Terra Poison Sludge Bomb won't even kill me. So I can just Mega Evolve and fire off a Hyper Voice here. He can go back out into the Bronzong, but I just can't play around with this Darkrai in front of me right now. Yeah, okay, he does go into the Bronzong, but this thing can only take so much. Yeah, that does 30%. Honestly, does Shadow Ball just kill from there? So my Hyper Voice, okay, yeah, so he's like physically defensive. Yeah, my Shadow Ball should just kill him at this stage, right? Oh yeah, because you're like fully physically defensive. And that was a kind of a high roll, which means the Shadow Ball is like guaranteed to kill. Alright, so first blood for the Dallas Victory Stars. Let's go. Game is still far from over, even with first blood in our favor, though. My opponent just has such terrifying sweeping potential with that Darkrai and Gyarados. I'm a little bit regretting right now going cheeky big nugget fling strategies instead of fake out for the guaranteed unburden boost. I'd feel a lot safer right now if I had that. But it was so funny. It was just too funny, right? So now we're against this Clefable. So if he's like unaware, yeah, because like, is he gonna start like setting up on me? Because that's like annoying. Yeah, so if he's like bulky I mean, that's like if he's fully officially defensive, right? I mean, I have Encore for this actually. It's like I don't think you do anything. I mean, he could Thunder Wave me, which sucks. But I think I can pressure this thing pretty hard. Okay, he's fully specially defensive. He does have the Thunder Wave. Okay, I kind of thought he was like Cosmic Power. I outspeed him. Alright, so let's figure out if he's unaware here. Critical hit. Oh, special attack drop. So that critical hit. Yeah, that critical hit was pretty big there. I'm sorry for that. That is unfortunate. So in this situation, my Gardevoir is paralyzed. It isn't really doing a whole lot anymore. So, I mean, I think I just spam Hyper Voice until I'm dead. Okay, he Volt switches. Yeah, I have no use left for this Gardevoir because it's just slower than everything. Okay, we get the paralyze. I mean, that's fair considering we got the critical hit there earlier. So that's totally fair. I'm just going to keep clicking Hyper Voice. Okay, so he got a Dragon Dance up. I kind of considered clicking Encore there for a second just in case he was doing something like that. But it's not like he can like destroy, like blow back my Corviknight, right? So like this is fine because I have that Rocky Helmet. And he can't really keep setting up because that just risks too much. Yep, so he can kill me there. He's got his thing set up, but again, I can just go out into the Corviknight here, and that's fine. So I can click Roost out the gate, or I can go for Body Press, which I assume kills him. I mean, with Rocky Helmet, it definitely kills him, right? Let me take a look at this matchup because there's no way he continues to set up, right? Because I threatened him with the body press. So like he's got to go for damage. So if he's +1 adamant, yeah, he's not doing a whole lot to me. Even if he goes to +2. If he goes to +2, like he kind of forces me to body press. But if I body press right now, he's dead. And I think he just wants to. So I'm going to play. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to roost this first turn. And now I think he's going to be tempted here to go for a Dragon Dance because he sees that I'm roosting with Rocky Helmet and that's just going to kill him. So I think he's tempted to go for a Dragon Dance here and I can catch him with a body press on that. So if he's holding a booster energy Great Tusk in the back, that's pretty scary. I might lose to that, honestly. If I let this Corviknight get too low. Okay, yeah, we did it. We got him. Okay. Oh, excellent play. Excellent play. Victory stars. Let's go. He goes out into this against me. What do you have? He's not booster energy. What do you do to me? He's seen my whole set, so he knows what I'm about. I mean, this is like the thing I want in against him. So like, I'm gonna body press him. He's got knockoff. I'm gonna keep clicking body press, I guess. Goes out into the Pikachu. That gets chonked down. So obviously he's Light Ball. So he's not booster energy, but he could still be Rapid Spin. And like I said, like that thing, like I think I just go into my Sandy Shocks. Maybe try and get up a Spike. Maybe this is the thing that I can set up on with the Combusken and then get speed into my Kyurem and then win. So like maybe he like Terra Ices, kills my Sandy Shocks. Yeah, let's do this. So he can Terra Ice on me if he wants. And that's fine. Because I think this is the thing that I can set up on with Combusken. Like, he's strong, don't get me wrong. Especially if he's going to reveal that he's mixed. He could have the Surf, but I take the Surf. Like, this is the thing that I So I think I can get up a spike here just to have that extra little chip. And then also, if this switches out, it's dead. Okay, he goes into the Great Tusk. So he can rapid spin now. But I could Terra Ice, Terra Blast him here. He doesn't have the booster energy, which means I outspeed. Let's just do this set. See how much this Terra Ice does. Terra Ice, Terra Blast does. Oh, we're gonna like blow him back. Yeah, I think that's a worthy usage of our Terra, because then that kills the Pikachu, so it's just the Darkrai. So yeah, let's Terra Ice, Terra Blast. Alright, so now the Pikachu's dead to the Spike, and Darkrai comes in at 70%. I don't know if he can one-shot me. If he's got the Focus Blast, of course he can, but again, I think he's sub-Nasty Plot, which means he's sub-Nasty Plot Dark Pulse, probably Terra Dark to get the stronger Dark Pulse, and then some kind of coverage move. Maybe Focus Blast. Regardless, I think I just click Terra Ice here, get damage. I don't see a reason not to do that. Do you just sweep me regardless of what everything I did? I really should have been fake out on this thing. Huh. Do I just lose to this thing? Because did I just like under prep for it? Let's run some calcs. I might have just thrown because I wanted to be cheeky and bring my the big nugget instead of fake out. Gosh, Darkrai's so strong. Yeah, so Dark Pulse just kills Corviknight. And it just kills Kieran Black too. Well, Kieran Black is... Yeah, I think I just threw... Also not having a move on Combusken. Oh, well, there's... Well, yeah, what is his coverage move? Sneasler might actually tank whatever his coverage move is. Yeah, so it comes down to what he brought as coverage. It's probably not Psychic. I mean, he could go for a Dark Pulse flinch on me, and if that happens, I mean, that's Pokemon, right? But yeah, I live like a Thunderbolt, for example. It can't be Psychic, right? Because I have the Samurott. So he needs something to hit that. So if it's Focus Blast as his coverage move, then Sneasler resists both of those. Going for the flinch. He gets it. Okay. That's probably GG. It is a roll on the Curum if he doesn't have the Focus Blast, but Focus Blast is a worse chance. So I just click Icicle Spear here. Okay, he gets the roll. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's very the flinch. Okay, yep, that'll happen. That's Pokemon. I could have brought a fighting move on the Combuskin. I didn't foresee that being necessary. Okay, yeah, he does have the Thunderbolt. Yep, so the flinch. Ah, yeah, that's a rough way to lose. But that's Pokemon. That's how it pans out sometimes. Yeah, good game by my opponent. That's an unfortunate one. Like I said, we got flinched, and nothing really to be done about that. Uh, thus ends our undefeated streak. Uh, kind of threw. I mean, there are things that I could have done to like make that better, right? I kind of threw by not running the fake out normal gem because I wanted to be cheeky, you know, with the big nugget, and it was also kind of good into things like the Bronzong and the Skeledirge. But that's how the game goes sometimes. But yeah, that's it for our week 4 game. I look forward to seeing you guys next week, where hopefully we'll bring it back from this loss. See you guys.